Hello and welcome to Rise Above 2K. I'm Gax, joined as always by the talent, Unicorn Big. How are you doing this evening, my man?
Doing great, man. Sporting my Lakers Rodman jersey because I didn't know what else to wear, and I'm not the only one.
For our loyal listeners, such as our parents, you'll know that there's a high likelihood that there's going to be a Rodman jersey appearance on this podcast at any given time.
I don't think our parents listen to this.
That's a good point. Nobody listens to this.
My in-laws' parents do.
Okay, that's just as
good. Or at least they used to.
That's just as good. But one thing that you will know if you're a regular listener is that SHOTTY'S is the sponsor of our podcast. SHOTTY'S does the best jerseys in the business, and all you have to do is find them on Instagram in the link in the details below. Make a request via DM for a jersey that you want. Really think outside the box too. I sent him a request for a Japanese baseball league jersey, and he was like, "Yeah, we can do that, no problem." So really get weird with it, but
what player?
It was Sasaki. So we'll see. It's a request for a friend, but he was like, "Yeah, we can convert that, no problem." So get in there, really test the limits of what you can request, because we've requested some weird stuff. But that being said, if you're new around here, we spend every week kind of chronicling the progress that the Unicorn Big is building in NBA 2K. It's been an up and down couple of weeks, but I know you've had a little bit of time on the sticks. What's the experience been like? How's the game coming?
The game's going okay. I made my first true build on my own. And that's going pretty well. It's doing what I want it to do. So there's that. I think we probably should do a mid-form, new best build, best 6'9" build.
Yes. The ultimate 6'9" build. Can't lose, must win 6'9" build. So I do want to ask you about building a build specifically for you as opposed to what you've been doing lately, because you've been circling between 2 or 3 different builds that are putting you in play styles that haven't really seemed that redeeming for how you want to play. Is that sort of the difference of building from scratch, as you can work around the way you want to play as opposed to having to mask your play to the build?
Well, there's a lot of things when considering a build, because
Okay.
people are starting to figure out how much cap breakers you can get, if how much a stat will cap break per cap break, if you set it at a certain level, right? So everyone's a fan of the 54 block, because if you set a 54 block, you can +5 it to 84. Right. So it's that
Okay.
it's those sorts of things that I'm learning and picking up on. So yeah, I mean, I really want to be fast, but I want to be good defensively.
Yeah.
So I stuck with 6'9", a little lighter than my other one, and I've got up to 81 speed before my takeover, which is pretty fast for center. 92 vert, which is helping me get a lot of rebounds. I just had a game against someone with 99 defensive and 99 offensive rebound, and I think I ended up with 10 or 11 boards. So that's pretty solid.
That's pretty solid,
especially because he was 7'1" and I was 6'9". So, the game is the game. It's not super fun right now, but I think that's a lot to my own doing. The grind of Vet 2 is very slow, and I want to hit Legend 1 before the end of the cycle, so we'll see how dedicated I can be these last few months, because before we know it.
Yeah, before you know it, we're looking at the next cycle. Is Legend 1 one of those things that's just putting in time, just grinding out straight up?
Yes.
Okay. Fun.
They have an app for it. It's called Grinder.
It's called Grinder. I think that's a different app. Not a sponsor of this podcast yet, but
we're working on it.
We're open to offers. So if anyone from Grinder's listening, shoot me a DM. Well, that's anyway. Okay, so getting back to the basketball, because I know that where 2K has been moderately lackluster for you, the NBA has been HOTTT hot. Do you want to start with the Pistons or the Spurs? What's got you most excited? Yeah. Yeah, 8-2, 8-2 overall of the last 10. Mhm. Or Duran, as some people call him.
That's just you.
Just me. Just that one
That's
time for
just
an
you.
entire episode. For our longtime listeners, that's called a callback.
Yes. No, I mean, you look at the Pistons and they'll have a game where like two of their bench players are out, Cade's out, and like they're still winning games. They smoked the Timberwolves. Granted, they don't have Anthony Edwards, but you play who you play when you play them.
Correct, correct.
And I think the Pistons are just cruising to that number one seed, and I would love to see them get 60 wins. They've got a tough schedule to end the year, but hey, you never know. And that, not to bring up any sore subjects, but it really looks like the Pistons won that Kevin Herter trade.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
and it's funny because I actually texted you the other night. Is Herter the answer for the shooting problem in Detroit? He
he's
was
some of
that
it.
night. He was that
He's
night.
he was that night, and the dude is more than like hope he
Yep.
makes threes. Like he's a
Yep.
really good player.
Well,
Um,
Duncan can cover some of that role too when he's on. He's just not always on.
he's not always on, but I mean, he shoots 40% from three, which is nothing to, that's pretty good. So I think get Cade back, get Isaiah Stewart back, who's been out, get everyone healthy for the playoffs. And I think the Pistons are going to be going on a deep run because honestly, I don't think Tatum is what he was.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, the Celtics are good, but I think the
Well,
Pistons are just a better team.
the odds-on favorite, we wouldn't run into the Celtics until the Eastern Conference Finals, and there's plenty. If they're gonna slip up and fall apart, there's plenty of opportunities for that to happen before Detroit enters the conversation, which is great. That and they're gonna have to go to Auburn Hills for all those games. It's not close to the airport. Um,
You got to stop that, man. It's not. It's not funny. It's not a good shtick.
it's
And it.
I gotta have something, man. I gotta have something.
Oh, you
Uh,
got something. I'll be
I
bringing that
guess.
up later.
All right. Now the Spurs, 8 straight wins for the Spurs, 9-1, just 2 games back of OKC. I don't think they're going to catch OKC, but I don't think it matters because that's where the finals are going to be for the Western Conference, correct?
I would highly doubt that two other teams are in the Western Conference Finals. I mean, the Spurs have lost 2 games in the last 2 months,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
one of those Victor was out.
yeah, that does make a difference. I'm really excited to see what he does in the playoffs because I feel like they're going to start to pull some of these restrictions off of him and just let him go crazy. Um, I think that the way that they're managing the team's minutes and rotation is really, really smart. I think, especially at this point of the season, if you're not playing for the postseason, then you're playing wrong. Like you should be making sure that you're reserving that time because you're going to need 100% of it come the playoffs. And man, any of these play-in teams that have to play against OKC or San Antonio, what a joke that round's going to be. Like right now it's slated Suns, Clippers, Trailblazers, and Warriors. Those are bad teams. Like those are
No,
no, those are
no,
bad teams.
no. What happened to the Warriors being the number one in the
I
West?
love the
What
Warriors.
happened to that?
I love Steph. Oh, speaking of which, we have all 10 teams eliminated that are going to be they're all statistically properly eliminated. And speaking of my terrible Warriors prediction, the Jazz who are now eliminated that you said they're a piece away from being a piece away or
Yeah,
whatever.
next year they make the play-in.
No, no, they don't. Not a chance. That team's terrible. And then the doormat of the league, the Wizards, are actually a half game up on the Pacers. Still a lot of basketball to be played. But we'll see what comes of it. So the last thing we wanted to talk about before we get out of here is we wanted to do a little chat about the MVP situation. I think we're not going to get too far into the weeds in terms of the game played situation because how are we going to predict how many games Jokic is going to play down the stretch? But DraftKings, not a sponsor, but should be, currently has the odds as of tonight with SGA at minus 275, Victor at plus 210, Luca at plus 1500, Jokic at plus 6,000, and then Jaylen Brown, Donovan Mitchell. I don't think anyone's gonna make an argument for that. And we're gonna assume Cade's gonna be out for almost the rest of the season. He's not gonna qualify. What are you liking about Victor's charge in the last couple weeks? Because since he made that statement about, hey, here's the 3 reasons why I should be the MVP, he's been on an absolute tear.
Yeah. I think one of the problems he's going to run into is they're playing these teams that he doesn't even need to play the fourth quarter. But I think it was yesterday, they played the Bucks and they beat him by 30 plus points. And Mitch Johnson did us all a favor and left Victor in until like 5 minutes left.
Right.
But look, is he going to put up SGA scoring numbers?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, but his defense is
His
plus plus.
defense
It's
is
plus plus, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna invent a new plus. It's plus plus plus.
But there's also an argument to be made that that's what Depoy's for, right? MVP has never been about someone who's a two-way player. It's always been about the scoring. And
Sure.
I don't think the press is just going to change their approach to the award because Victor's insane on defense. They'll just give him Depoy and be good with it, right?
But he is also really good on offense.
Yes, he's very good on offense. There's no doubt, and people have gotten the award for like triple doubling for an entire season and stuff like that. I do want to note about that schedule real quick. The remaining games for the Spurs, and there are some real winners on this schedule. Chicago, Golden State, the Clippers, Denver, Philly, Portland, Dallas, and Denver again. That's I mean, that's a lot of stat night time for even if he's only playing 3 quarters, he can still pad the scoreboard from there. I'm not going to take SGA just because I feel like that's kind of a cop out. And as much as I don't like the Lakers and their defense, Luka is on an insane tear right now. Also a lot of technicals, but other than the technicals, if he doesn't get suspended for a bunch of games, the guy is scoring and rebounding and assisting at just an insane rate. And I think if the 3 of these guys keep pushing like this, or Shea just does what he normally does, and Victor and Luka keep pushing, this could be a really close race. And I think that it's a lot closer than, well, the odds makers have it, but then than I think any of us do, because I think a lot of people just assume it's going to be SGA. Maybe Victor gets in there, but dude, Luka has been killing it lately.
He really has. And if you look at the team that SGA has around in the depth and the defense of that team
Yeah,
versus the
I mean, how
Lakers,
valuable is he to a team of just ringers, right? Like, I know that we don't actually take the word value into the MVP discussion, but like, we could toss you and I out there with the rest of OKC and we'd at least inbound, you know?
sure. But then I guess my biggest thing for Victor is like, sure, defense doesn't matter as much when it comes to MVP, but it's not about just the blocks and the rebounds and the steals. He literally changes how the team approaches the
Well,
game
he's changing
when he's on the floor.
He's changing how the NBA approaches the game because there's nothing you can do about him. Like, if he's anywhere near the basket, he can just reach over you and drop it in. Like, it's completely unfair. And that's pretty valuable in my book. Maybe most valuable.
So when and what episode do we get to revisit our picks for the East and the West?
Well, let's do that next week. I'll pull the archive footage and we'll walk through it and make sure, because that'll be around the time that we start to have a better idea for how this is going to end.
And play the video, because I would very much like you to play the video back.
We could find the video of me talking about Golden State, like really throwing all the chips in on the old guys and just hoping something happens. Woof.
Also the Magic, because they're really good too.
Okay. Well, no, and it was Cleveland, remember? Because Cleveland was going all in. They've kind of turned it around a little bit, but man, they started the season off bad. Ugh. All right. Well, this will be exciting. a little tease for the regular listeners out there. All 6 of you will
And
see.
also at 1.2, we do need to go over what you told me offline, that Michael Jordan is overrated and garbage.
Well, but this again, like going into last week's conversation about like don't get Kobe people upset, don't get MJ people upset either. Though I did enjoy that documentary about his time between the 2 stints of basketball, Space Jam. That was a good doc, so I recommend that to anyone who hasn't seen it. But that's what we've got for for this week. We do encourage you to go to SHOTTY'S. The info is going to be in the link below, in the description below. Challenge them to make a jersey that they've never made before, like my Sasaki Japanese baseball league jersey. They'll get it done. It'll be at a better price than anywhere else you can find, and the authentic quality is matched by none. What are you excited about this week before we get out of here? 2K, NBA, otherwise, what have you got on the slate, my man?
I guess what I'm most excited about is my dad's coming into town in like 3 days.
It's awesome. You taking him to a game?
No, because I would, but the Spurs won't be in town.
Okay.
And then I just get to listen to him make fun of us for
doing this every week?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
So we do have a listener, and it's one of our parents.
We will be playing some golf though, which will be good. Be tuning into all the Pistons and Spurs games.
Brilliant.
And like I said, just listening about how I should be doing other things with my life.
I think he might be onto something, but we're not going to listen. Next week, we're going to go over our predictions for the year and be humiliated. But we super
I won't be.
Let's wait and see. But for everyone listening, thank you. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends if any of this is even remotely amusing to you. And we'll be back next week. Thank you, Unicorn Big.
You got it, Gax.
Cheers.